when I'm riding my bike. I really like that I'm able to integrate exercise into my daily routine. I feel very comfortable navigating the streets that way. Having a good sense of awareness about what's happening around you is really important. Obeying the traffic signals, always letting the drivers know what you intend to do, following the rules and acting in a responsible manner where the cars behind you and beside you can expect you to act in a certain way. The 3-foot law is a law in California that you have to give cyclists 3 feet of room between your vehicle and them to be able to pass them safely. A lot of people who aren't cyclists don't really understand how scary it is when a car passes that close to you. If there's any little rock or pothole or even a shift in weight or wind, you're going to veer a few inches off of your course. When a car is passing that closely, even if they're not intending to target you or be aggressive in any way, it just is extremely dangerous. You don't have enough room to operate your bike safely. In January 2016, I was doing laboratory research in San Francisco General Hospital, and I was working out of my office in Mission Bay. I would commute by bicycle between the 2 campuses. On 16th Street, the road crosses a railway track and then narrows significantly. I usually hugged the curb pretty tightly, but I'd been doing a lot of reading about how that was an unsafe practice, and I had the intention of taking the lane because that's better for my safety. I merged into the middle, directly over the sharrows that were painted in the road. Several cars passed me safely by merging into the left lane and getting around me that way.
But one car came way too close.
She passed me extremely closely, maybe 2 inches. It was really scary. I wasn't sure if she just didn't see me at all or if she had intentionally done that. I was operating under the assumption that this was an accident and she just neglected to see me. I wanted to raise awareness for the cyclist safety on the road, so I knocked on her window to let her know that what she did was extremely scary and dangerous, and perhaps she didn't see me, but she should just be more careful. She rolled down the window and pulled a can of pepper spray out of her purse and pointed it at me. I walked my bike backwards as quickly as I could. I managed to get right in line with her rear bumper and took a photo of the license plate, and she pulled out the pepper spray and started spraying it out of her window. Luckily, I was far enough away that it wasn't a direct hit, but I still got pepper spray in my eyes and in my mouth. A few seconds later, the light turned green and she left. The construction worker and a pedestrian both saw what happened and said that the way I was treated was really appalling. I asked both of them to be witnesses for me and got their contact information. Then I immediately went over to the China Basin Police Department and filed a report with them. I wanted to get the data out there that these incidents are occurring and where they're occurring. In the police station, they confirmed that it was an assault. An officer took my statement. I had provided him with the 2 witnesses and the photo of the license plate. After a few days, there was a news publication that came out, and in one of the comments, someone had taken a photo of the incident, which included the woman's face. And so I also sent that picture over to the police officer. I called them back about 4 months later, and they said it was still under investigation, and I haven't heard anything since then. After this incident, there was a lot of people in the bicycle community that thought that there would finally be enforcement of the 3-foot law in at least one case where there were witnesses who saw this dangerous behavior, and we had the license plate number and a picture of the woman. It was pretty shocking that there was no follow-up at all. The city could make everyone feel safer on their bikes if they took these incidents more seriously. It seems like there's no repercussion for drivers who behave erratically. I think law enforcement would have a very hard time enforcing the 3-foot law because they need to actually see the violations occurring. More dedicated bike lanes where the bicyclists are actually separated from traffic is actually the way to go. I don't expect the cops to be able to see every time that incidents like the 3-foot law violation are occurring.